Hi guys, it's Mark Wood. I'm the founder and director of Wire and Fuse Box Electrical based in York. We're electrical contractors. We cover the whole of Yorkshire. I've recently decided that I'd like to help and solve people's problems. We obviously get a lot of phone calls to the office with issues that can be sorted by the person in the property without us going out and charging for a visit. So I thought the best way of doing this was to ask the guys in the office to collate a list of the most common problems that come in, and then from there, on a weekly basis, I'm going to try and do a top tip section and obviously cover the issues that come through most regular. So here we go. So the first one today, which is top tip number one, is if you lose power on the consumer unit, or you are a landlord and your tenant rings up and has no power and they're panicking. So here we go. This is how I suggest we do it. So firstly, obviously consumer unit. You have what's called MCB circuit breakers, and the two big ones on the end are RCD circuit breakers. The reasons why the circuit breakers would go off are a variety of issues. We have a lot of just simple light bulb going, it can trip off, faulty appliances, and obviously the issue with wiring or something more serious in the property. But generally, I would have said 70 to 80% are light bulbs and faulty appliances, which obviously you don't need an electrician, unplug it, change the bulb, and it's sorted. But if this happens, some people don't really know what to do and how to identify which circuit it's on. So that's what I'm going to try and do now and talk you through, and then hopefully you can get around it without any expense. So, simply to start with, if an MCB trips off, if you come to the fuse box and your MCB's turned off, simply try and switch it back on. If it goes back on, like I say, you'll probably find that there'll be a light bulb out. So obviously that'll be the issue. If it trips off again, you probably have got a more serious issue, and you probably would need to call a qualified electrician to come in and have a look. The RCD is a more of an issue, and this is the one that we're really focusing on today, because what happens if that goes off, the whole of the property goes off and nothing will be on. This is where we get a lot of letting properties that are like this, and the tenants are obviously panicking because they've got no power. So this is quite a simple step-by-step system to get around and identify which circuit it's on. Like I said before, you might be able to switch it back on and it might come back on and be fine, and it'll probably be a light bulb or an appliance. But sometimes you switch it back on and it goes straight back off again. You have a more serious issue there that you're going to need to get someone in. But in the meantime, while you're waiting, there's a way of identifying it, so you can just have one circuit off and not the whole house. So this is what I want to show you now. So what you do is you turn all the circuit breakers off one by one, and then turn your RCD back on. Hopefully it stays back on. If it doesn't, there is a few occasions where it could not stay back on. That's a more serious issue, and you will have to call an electrician to come in. But generally, you do that, turn all the circuit breakers off, and the RCD will stay. And then what you do, simply, one by one, turn each circuit breaker back on until you get to the one that trips it off. Obviously then you know it's that circuit breaker, so you turn that off, turn all your other circuit breakers back on, and there you go, it stayed on. And your fault is now isolated just to one circuit. Hopefully not too serious, like fridges, because that's the most interesting one when people are panicking about food defrosting. So what you can do from there is, now you've identified a circuit, and for instance, let's say it's a socket circuit, go around plugging the appliances out, because generally, like 90% of the time, it is an appliance. So unplug your appliances, switch it back on, hopefully it stays on, job done. You might need to nip down to Currys for a new washing machine, but it's saved on a call out of an electrician. If it does trip back off, you have got a more of a serious issue, and you need to ring an electrician and get someone out. So that's it, guys. That's top tip number one. If your power goes off in your property or your tenants, hopefully that helps. We are obviously electrical contractors. We're NIC registered. We're NAPIT registered. We are a Which trusted trader. So if you do need any more advice from me or the guys in the office, feel free to give me a call in the office, which the telephone number is 01904 607 418, or drop me an email. It's mwood@wire.uk.co.uk. Cheers, guys.